Hello, and welcome to another episode of Internal Control. In tonight's show, I will inform you about the 5 key aspects of internal control and how they will keep your business safe. First, let's run through the 5 components. We have control environment, risk assessment, control activities, information and communication, and monitoring. First off, we'll start with control environment. This doesn't refer to keeping Mother Nature under control. You can hire a gardener for that. Instead, this refers to the tone at the top. If the bosses of a company display integrity and act ethically, this will affect the company's culture in a positive way. The second component of internal control is risk assessment. If you're running a business, you need to identify and analyze the risks you face, such as new competitors or theft by employees. You then need to take appropriate actions to manage the negative effects of those risks. The next component of internal control is control activities. These are the things you do to address risks that can affect the business. This is quite a broad component, but we can break it down into 5 sections. First off, we have establishing responsibility. You need to make sure people are accountable for specific tasks. This way, that person will be motivated to perform their task well, and if something goes wrong, the bosses know just who to speak to. Second up, we have maintaining adequate documentation. This means your documents must be reliable and free from error, and stored in a safe place so they can't be destroyed, but can be easily accessed when required. Next, we have segregation of duties. This means limiting one person's control over a particular task, often by spreading responsibility among multiple people. This helps reduce the risk of error and, even worse, theft. Our fourth control activity is physical security. This involves trying to safeguard a company's assets and records. Examples of this are things such as computer passwords, video monitors, and periodic counting of inventory. Finally, our last control action is independent verification. This can basically be thought of as checking to make sure everything is as it should be. Internal audits are a common way of performing such verifications. So, that was our 5 categories of control activities. Next, we move on to the 4th component of internal control, which is information and communication. Relevant information must be communicated in an open manner throughout an organisation to ensure nobody is left in the dark. Finally, we come to monitoring. This doesn't involve Big Brother or keeping a close eye on the hottie in the marketing division. It's about checking how well your internal controls are working. Organisations should always be looking for ways to improve their internal control, which is why it has to be monitored. So, that brings us to the end of my summary of internal control. Hope you enjoyed it.